signed 5 times ago again. Hello, hello, hello. Well, how are we? Happy Whiskey Friday, y'all. Yeah, you can do it on camera and we can chat about randomness and all the things that are bitchy to us. Sign in. Whoa. For our YouTube? Probably mine. You want me to come over there and do that? What's it doing? Technical difficulties. Please hang on. What's up? Nice. Hey, what's up, Brian? How's every little thing? How's that new RS treating you? Oh, are you not able to be in the chat now, Justin? Is that why it's saying that? You just can't moderate? Weird. Oh, goodness. What a week. What a week. Good week. We've been getting stuff done. We've been getting parts shipped. Charles got the 992 3RS alignment dialed. Super dialed. After whacking it with a hammer last week, it's very cooperative. It's funny how when you beat things with a hammer, how cooperative they can be after that. I think there's some suppliers I need to beat with a hammer, but it's a different conversation. We'll probably allude to that, but we'll come back to that conversation. Have you had your new RS on track yet, brother? Did you have a track day? They are, it's almost hard to comprehend how good they are unless you get them on track. Like, even when we were bombing the mountains, it was, right on. If you need some alignment stuff, and I will tell you, you do need some alignment stuff on that car, please reach out to us before you burn up those tires first. Dude, and 7/10 in that car is still ridiculously fucking fast. It's such a good car on track. Charles was just up at a friend of ours shop. I'll say not so much ours, more friend of Charles. He's known Kelly for a long time. Up at Ock Tuning, helping a customer out on his 992 GT3. It was a little bit of a quid pro quo. Customer needed, yeah, please check out Ock Tuning if you're in the Redmond area and you need help and great service. Kelly and his brother's name's James, right?
Josh.
Josh do a great job. Josh was recently a Porsche tech, hated the dealer, came back. What's up, Larry? I helped Justin, is that Mike's other guy's name at Black Sheep? He's got instructions now to be able to install your splitter, so he should be good to go now. He like laid out all the parts and was like, gosh, shit, what do I do with these? So he reached out, we got him all set.
There's always the trash can when you don't know.
That exactly, right? So anyway, Charles was at Octuning to help out our friend Matt Connor get a good alignment on his 992 GT3. And what's really interesting is the tribal knowledge, let's say, the village knowledge for a double wishbone car is that you don't need as much static camber. And I will say that's a bunch of hooey for the 992s that are on track because they want all the fucking camber. Like the most that I don't remember us running our 991.2 this much. It wasn't -3.7. I know that.
I also don't know if I was the one turning the knob.
Fair, also fair. So
I'm generally the let's try this. Let's try this.
Let's try this. Let's crank it up. Is 10 good? How about 11? You want 12? We can put a new number on there, make it 13.
The factorial adjustments.
No, Jesus.
Let's turn it up to 5.
That's 5 zeros. All of you who don't know. The logarithmic scale. I've literally only had a sip of whiskey, and I swear to God, I just stumble on words by staring at whiskey anymore.
120?
Yeah.
Sure, that works.
Yeah, that works.
Easy math.
So Matt went to a track day today, 992 GT3 owner, and he wrote back, he's like, oh my God, car's so much better, tire wears better, car behaves better, it's not fighting with me, and it's fantastic. Yes, we do need to send you a Cobb tuner, brother. Your 991.2 Touring will be very happy with the new Dundon sauce.
Car rotates better, can put more power down faster earlier, and doesn't fight me.
Yeah.
Which is what I told him it would do. So.
Yep. It'll have more traction. Generally, the car is just going to behave like it wants to be on track, not like it doesn't want to be on track.
Let's try this.
Right? So we haven't done a dealer of shame in a while, but there's one shop in particular that should not be installing suspension parts. I'll just kind of say that. We sent instructions. I will not name names. I'll just generally say, if you take your parts to someone to install, please make sure they've done it before and ask them questions that you know the answer to. For instance, if you have an MCS package, and these are some questions that you might want to ask your installer. How do you take the canister off of the damper?
Yeah.
What is the order of operations for removing the canister from an MCS damper?
And we're going to ignore the tag that says don't remove it from the snap ring and the hose from the shock.
Yeah, because that's not the right answer. That is a way, but it's not the right way. That is a way to then immediately send it back to MCS and have it rebuilt. Because you just introduced air, and now it's going to cavitate. And now
it's like a tire that says don't seat the beads with more than 50 psi means, hey, let's try this.
Exactly. Hey, 100 psi, send it.
Boys live shorter than women.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
Let's put all the warning signs there so that we create the problem, because this sounds entertaining.
So there's, and some of this, I will say 10% of this is on us, because we have some pictures. We couldn't find all the pictures. We told them what grommet to use. We told them where to put the line. They got antsy. They didn't do it. We've had this kit installed, God, I don't know, 40 times by other people all around the nation, if not more.
More than that.
More than that. Yeah. And
it's like 40 this year.
Yeah, 40 this year. And they figure it out. They know the car. They get it installed. They're good. They figure it all out. It's fantastic. Great.
Some do stop to ask us questions.
Which is great. I love it when guys stop to ask us questions. That means that they're curious and they want the right answer, not how do I do this quickly and just get out of the way. Long story short, great customer of ours. He owns a drag team, like serious alcohol funny car, big boy, go win $120,000 in a race, drag team. Has in-cylinder pressure monitoring equipment for their latest engine from a Formula One, a guy who used to work. His last job was at Red Bull. The job before that was at Honda, all doing race engines, and now he's working for these guys, which is that I'm really excited to see the data because that's going to be fucking nuts. Seeing an engine that makes 15,000 horsepower or some insane number, what the pressure wave looks like going in through the cylinder. It's gonna be like, zit! Can you even measure it fast enough to expand it out to see what the fuck it looks like?
Actually, you'd have to, because if the pressure rise was too quick, that's when shit breaks.
Fair.
Because if you had a, well, these are 5-inch pistons. So what's the surface area of a 5-inch piston?
Whatever 5-inch, whatever pi times 2.5 squared is.
Yeah. So
in inches.
Say 19.
Yeah,
and you had 5,000
yeah,
psi
that's about
in
right.
there.
Yeah.
That's about 100,000 pounds of force on the wristband. So
right.
Was I close? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just rounded instantly real quick.
Yeah, it's like 3.1. That's like 3 times. You know, you get there pretty quick. The great estimators.
Waste no time.
Right. So this guy, Sharp Cookie, can install all of his stuff. Generally does. Very very rarely has any questions for us. And if he does, they're really good questions. You know, they're like, hey, I could have done it this way or that way. Which way should I do it? This way. This way we did it. But yeah, that's another way you could have done it.
Yes.
That's really good.
Sure.
Didn't think about that. Cool. He took his car to somebody else, had him install the bits. They drilled a hole through the firewall, or not through the firewall, through the fender liner into the rear trunk area and directly into the ECU. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck you do that.
It's not as bad as it sounds. It'll buff out.
I'm like, but it sounds pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
At least get a nail gun and put a nail through it and say, nailed it.
Nailed it, literally. I mean, at least you gotta disassemble some of this shit before you just start drilling randomly inside of it.
So I should have worn my ATC "Don't Get Screwed" shirt today.
Totally, yes. Yeah, literally. Because he got screwed. He literally he called me. He's like, so my car's on the way back to the dealer. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? He goes, they drilled a hole in my ECU and maybe part of the harness. I'm like,
ooh, gimme. Okay, harness. Ugh,
I'm like,
whole new one.
I'm like, I hope they have their checkbook out because that's not a warranty thing. And you have a hole in your car now.
That's a checkbook repair, not a credit card repair.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just crazy. What's going on? Larry, thank you for joining us. Justin, thank you for joining us. Ealing, good to see you tonight. I have not been ignoring your desires for detailed aero data, but I'm reluctant to send it. I'll just say that. I don't really want that level of detail out in the world. Do I trust you? Yes. Do I trust the guy that is going to be putting all that data into a car? Not as much. So, and I think you driving Coda without the Aero is going to make you a lot faster driving Coda with the Aero, because a lot of the areas that you think you're going to need to back off, you're going to be able to stay in it, et cetera, et cetera. So that's exactly right, Larry. You don't want to drill holes in the car, especially when the OEM already has. They had to route wires. They had to route hoses. It's just a rubber grommet, and the rubber grommet costs $1, $5, $10 if you needed to replace it.
I mean, it's basically free.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. Especially depending on if Porsche still makes the car and if they still want to make that grommet. They probably could charge a lot for it if they wanted to. But so anyway, that was our dealer of shame. Don't I wish there was a way to make them not do stupid shit. Eventually, the good installers become known in a local area. Good installers can go bad. We've seen that, where they get busy, they get impatient, they want to bolt parts on cars and kick cars out the door, not actually think and solve problems, which is what this business is think and solve problems. Be you designing a a new wing or a Y pipe like Charles is right now that has more attached flow and doesn't spin up the middle of the MAF on your D4 kit, for instance, or troubleshooting a center lock that doesn't want to have the lock disengage, shit like that, right? It's all problem solving. It's all problem solving. So, what else happened this week? We got a big pile of parts going out to our friend Barry Miner. It's Track Time on YouTube. He's the one that had Randy Popst, whose name I remembered immediately when I tried to recall it today. So that's cheers. It's good. My Alzheimer's isn't quite as advanced as I think it is sometimes. As I lose my train of thought, the parts are finishing up. And we'll be able to get Barry I think, probably 98% of everything shipped next week. So I haven't had a chance to this afternoon, but I wanted to connect with Barry and see if he wants them because I know he was on vacation. I think he is in Europe somewhere or South America. Potentially. He might be at the Olympics. Who knows? So that'll be fun. Along with that, the first time that's going out on track. There we go. He was in Europe, but not at the Olympics. Thank you, Charles. I'm like having to lean over, and you probably can't see the comments at all. Yeah. Ted. That's where I was going. So Ted is going to join all of y'all September 28th, specifically to shake down Barry's car and get everything dialed in and give him a lap and kind of a thing, because Barry does a great job on YouTube, and everybody else's YouTube is more powerful than our YouTube. It's just kind of a general thing, which is fine. Even though I cry myself to sleep at night because of it.
We need some YouTube mechanic stickers.
Yeah.
I didn't say certified.
YouTube University.
Intern.
Exactly. I'm a YouTube University intern. I'm new here. I don't know what's up. So Barry's car will be rad. He's got a whole pile of parts. Ealing, I'm super excited for you to come and get some time at Coda, meet Ted, go out and do that. Larry, it sounds like your car will be ready by then, so that'll be exciting. You should probably have some time on it since your splitter's getting put on already. So, yeah, if he wouldn't mind coming out, that would be great. That way Ted can meet Mike. Daniel is actually going to be at that event. What's going on, Mr. Ed Assad? How you doing, brother? Our buddy Daniel, who's helped us with Pumpkin and a whole lot of other stuff, who is I'll use this phrase with all due respect, a real race engineer. He gets paid by OEM manufacturers to go support real race cars.
He gets paid by Bosch Motorsports.
Correct.
To do stuff for Bosch Motorsports.
Yes, he is the real deal. And he will be there supporting some of his Lotus guys. So, kind of makes me want to go, but we can't all go do fun things. That's why Ted works here. So,
yeah, you're sending Ted to do the fun stuff.
Exactly. I send Ted to do the fun stuff so I can stay home and eat an egg sandwich and, hang out with all you bozos. So
you're privileged.
Thanks, Jamie. You can send me to do fun stuff. I want to do fun stuff. To that end, Charles will be going to do, I'll quote, fun stuff later on. Have you got that dialed when you're going to Atlanta?
I've looked. Well, I got to wait for Wyatt to confirm.
Okay.
And then at some point, I guess I should finish talking to Sean.
Yeah. So Sean's ready. He's like,
I figured I could just show up.
Pretty much.
Unannounced.
You could show up at Sean's house unannounced, and as long as somebody wasn't in his guest house, you got a place to stay on the lake. And a car to drive. He'd just hand you keys. Here you go. Because it's cool. I'll say this. It's pretty
Jamie
cool.
would be worried if I showed back up here 6 days later with the red 992 RS.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, I drove it cross country so we can do some shit to it. Wait, what? What the fuck?
I'm just returning it to Enterprise.
Right? I will say this. For those of you who have not had the chance or opportunity to sign up for Smokies, I would absolutely go to smokiesgt3.org and sign up so that you can be notified when the next Smokies is available.
I gotta grab some.
Go ahead. Smokies, the 10-year anniversary of Smokies, so Smokies for 2025 was announced last Saturday morning-ish as far as your sign up. And it's sold out. And I remember talking to Sean before this because he hired somebody to do all of the let me back up. Traditionally, this has been volunteer run, volunteer organized, which means slave labor for people who wanted to come originally for free and then started to do stuff. This year, 2025, they've hired somebody to run Smokies, which is what I've been saying for years. And yes, you can quote me on that. I have been saying it. Hire some motherfucker, pay him $60,000 out of the $5 million that you, I do my best work in 87 seconds. Simon, I love it when you're lurking, brother. I love it when you're lurking. Yes, I feel that. I feel that. 87 seconds is just enough time. 87 seconds of heaven. Oh my God. Simon, how do you take it to that spot so quickly with like 6 words? So anyway, they've hired someone to run Smokies such that Sean and Mike and a couple of the other homies can enjoy their time, not be running around crazy the whole time. And I would tell you, if you are a GT car owner, you need to find a way to get to Smokies GT, because the friends that you make there, the people that you see year after year after year, you would think that spending 3-4 days with somebody driving around in a car doesn't do much. But you kind of find your tribe. These are people that get your sickness because they have it too. They have the same malady as you do with this craziness for these stupid cars that you will spend all the money for it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's for those of you who don't know, that is Lee Keen's 992 GT3 that they did. Was it an NBC special or some shit where they like followed it being built and it was Lee's car? He spec'd that. He's got friends in high places, not a surprise. So also Lee Keen's car and our friend Johnny Mac's car, 2 white GT2s, 997.1 GT2s, very rare car, especially to have 2 of them at one event. How many, Charles? Like a couple hundred?
For what?
997.1 GT2?
Yeah, they made
400? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. The 997.2 GT3 RS, there's not many of those either, but, you know, this one is still less than that one, which is kind of silly. You can probably still pick up a 997.1 GT2 RS GT2 for a couple $100,000, probably 200. Probably more than that now. Because my GT3 RS is worth 220, 250, right? Well, in its current state. Doesn't run, kicks it out of gear, has no original parts on it, no interior, completely bastardized.
engine.
No low ballers, I know what I got. Bring it. So, yeah, probably if I were to go shopping for a 997 GT2, I'd be surprised at what the prices are because there's very few of them. So anyway, where I was going with Smokey, sign up for the 11th year, because now that they have hired someone to manage it, it is very likely to continue to run in perpetuity. It is such a fun time. We come in force. There were 5 of us last year.
Yep.
There'll probably be 5 of us this coming year. And hopefully, if we do things right, we'll have 3 cars there. Hopefully. At least 2. We know 2. The 2 that currently run and drive will be there. The one that currently doesn't run and drive, hopefully the end of September when Daniel comes to visit us, he can work some more magic, and
I was gonna say, watch out, my Kia still runs and drives.
we could take your Kia as long as we get special discompensation for it. We can put a GT on it,
Only-
put GT3 on it.
Only if we get in-car Race Nav Pro of Lee Keen flogging it
That would be funny as fuck. How fast can Lee Keen go in a Kia
before
on Road Atlanta
before it overheats.
before it overheats and says, fuck you, I'm done? I thought about, I was thinking about now that Tangerine actually has new shock absorbers, we can figure out what that death shimmy is at 50 miles an
I'm
hour.
pretty sure it's that steering bushing because it's
Get the new steering bushing in it and send Ted out in it. Lunchtime at the Ridge.
you might have to refill before it makes a lap.
You probably it's a little 3-cylinder. What's going on, Cliff Huff? How you doing, brother? Tangerine, for those of you that don't know, is our K truck. It's a little Suzuki carryall. It's orange. It has 13-inch wheels.
No, it's got 14 inch.
14 Enkeis,
No,
not Enkeis. Simon's gonna chime in. He's
no,
like the
they're,
K truck guy.
They're like $1,000 wheels.
Oh, they're legit.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, there you go. K truck.
Okay.
The K truck hauling shit to the UPS store. That's why we bought it. And it was orange. I can't lie. I saw it on there and I asked her, should we get this? He's
Hey.
like, that's the cleanest one I've seen. Maybe. Somebody kicked it to 10,000 like with 3 or 4 days to go or some shit.
It just sat there.
And it just sat there and I just came in and Skyped it for 10.5 in the last like 20 minutes. And everybody was asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
And Charles was saying later they were going for how much?
Oh, the highest I've seen one go for was 28 grand.
Fucking
I don't know
hell.
why, but they usually go for 5 to 75 with like 180,000 kilometers on them. Pretty well used rust.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the ones, so if you bolted the $80 eBay fender flares on it and then put some rotas on it and some cheap $5 Falcon tires, you probably get 10 grand more.
Yeah.
They go for like 16. I don't know.
Yeah. If they look cool, then guys want them.
Yeah.
And this one's actually in really fucking good
It's in
shape.
really good shape.
It doesn't have rust. It's been the undercarriage is all nice. Info on the yellow RS4 in the window glare. Yeah, buddy. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you, brother. Aloha Friday. Absolutely. Not for sale. He knows what he's got. That's Ramses. That's Ramses's wagon in the
Oh, I'm like,
yeah.
what window? Oh, I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
the
yeah.
video up there. Yeah.
So Ramses was an Audi guy before he was a Porsche guy, and he had his rad Audi before I had my rad Audi. So he's got Audi cred. I just am I'm a fanboy. That's all.
And don't mind me.
Yeah,
I'm just
Charles is
Dude.
busy.
trying to finish something before my iPad crashes again.
Yes, indeed.
Because I do too much crap on it.
He's literally sorry. Sorry, y'all are important, but I gotta talk to my bike fitter about our morning appointment. So he's fitting me to a bike so that I don't hurt when I ride it. Oh, your first modded car was an S4. That's a good one. What genre of Audi was that? So that I don't guess and make myself look silly. B5? I've got the earpiece in. I don't know if y'all can all hear Ramses. Yeah, let's give Mike a round of applause. He, I believe, has married off his daughter. So congrats to you, brother. It looked like a beautiful wedding. I was just following on social medias. Looks like you guys had a great day. And your son-in-law doesn't look half bad. Hopefully he likes a dad that likes cars. I wouldn't mind marrying into a family whose dad liked cars and had Porsches. That'd be pretty fucking amazing.
Unless you hated Porsches.
Why would you hate a Porsche? There's a
There's a couple really bad jokes in there. I'm just gonna.
yeah, just leave them lie because we're talking about Mike's family. So, actually, Mike might know Eric. They're both restaurateurs in the Northwest. Mike, do you know Eric Bond, the owner of Monsoon and Babar up here? I bet you do. I bet you do because you've been a restaurateur for a long time. And you guys are too close geographically to not really know about each other. If not, I will introduce you. You guys should know each other. Eric's awesome. He's not a track guy. He used to be. He's got glaucoma now. Can't see so great, so he drives on the street. Don't know if that's always a good. I'm thinking about that as I say it. I don't know that that's entirely a good thing, but
I mean, he's got the stiff suspension to keep the eyesight
yeah, absolutely.
vibrating.
Oh wow, so you've known this cat for a while. You haven't met him yet? I'll introduce you. Next time you're up in town, I'll get you in contact with Eric. You guys probably have a lot to talk about.
Well, at least he likes his current P car.
Yes.
Current state.
Yes.
It's new state.
It's new state, but Eric gets bored quickly. He always wants to tinker and do shit. So,
yeah.
Hopefully he brings his next one to us, and maybe his friends will start bringing his cars to us. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, the other guy, Dang, that came down with him, he's curious, for sure.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
told him, "Hey, I'm driving your car home."
Oh, really? His buddy like took his touring home. What did they show up in?
He drove his Cayenne Turbo to get serviced.
Ah, that's right. All right. So he just brought his friend down, and Eric drove his Cayenne Turbo home.
He just wanted to show up.
That's well played on Eric's part. Hey, come down with me. You can. I want to show you some stuff. You can drive my car home. Guy gets home. Oh, I need this.
Yep.
This is awesome. So that's cool. So what else? We went through. K-Truck is awesome. Simon has a PTS white K-Truck. Didn't know that was PTS for a K-Truck.
It's a joke. They're all white.
I know.
Oh, okay.
There's a racial joke in there. Good thing Simon's white. It's white rice. It comes from Asia. Of course that's stock.
It's okay. You want to know what's funny? I think it's funny. You guys are finding this hilarious. On that video Justin's playing, that thing is like candy apple red to me right now.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I almost asked who's that.
Whose is that? Charles, I don't know. When did that really...
I can see hot pink, though.
That's good.
Wait, is it
when was that? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
That first sign from my friend Colin saying, "Hey, why did you splice
the blue wire and the yellow wire
and a gray wire with just two blue wires?"
Right.
And I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, that's why your car doesn't start." A year later. That was 2013.
Oh wow. Okay, that was before us.
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
That was before Dundon.
It was
okay.
What was it here? I don't remember. Justin might remember.
Yeah.
It was something.
I took my first nighttime photo.
Oh yeah, and it was pitch black to me.
Yeah. It was like nothing, right?
Yeah, that's right. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was
entertaining.
Yeah. Let's see. Ed is asking, should we do more new Lab Rat, a Lab Rat decal update? Yeah, there is some fancy artwork that a customer of ours had commissioned for a tattoo that's really cool that we should probably get on a shirt.
Which one?
Ed's.
We don't even have the 4RS Lab Rat shirts, do we?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we need to do those, and then this one, we can do it like a 5.1.
What's that? The Lab Mouse?
RS.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have anything.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if we can get a Pinky in the Brain, Pinky-ish mice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pinky in the Brain. That's what Ed's got. So we can get,
He's got brain.
He's got brain. He doesn't have Pinky.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need Pinky.
We need, you know what we need? We need Philip to do his Patrick meme, but it's brain on one of them and then Pinky on the other. Like, doo-doo.
Yeah, I like it. That'll work.
Trying to hammer
That'll
the
work.
triangle through the square slot.
Mm-hmm.
They all go through this.
Except he can't.
Exactly. So let's see what else. We had Dealer of Shame. We've got 991.1 update. Next plans for the 991.1 GT3. We go back and forth with this a little bit because we're still in the midst of a remodel. We're still in the midst of getting parts put away in their forever home and cleaning up racks and this kind of stuff, which anyone who's done this in a shop, you either shut down for a week, which for us isn't really an option, and do it all like all hands on deck, everybody does it, it all gets done, bang, or you do it kind of ongoing for like 3 months, right? It's like ripping a Band-Aid off in slow motion versus ripping it off real quick. So we're ripping it off in slow motion, which is, it is what it is, but we are making improvements. Where the reason you see more of Charles upstairs is his new desk is literally right here, right next to me.
My mobile.
His mobile right there. He used to be downstairs in the engine room. And we are recommissioning the engine room as the welding room. And it's much larger than our current fab room. Well, maybe not much larger, but it will double the space of our current manufacturing capability such that we can have fabrication on one side and welding for three people on the other.
If I'm donating that office, do I get a tax write-off for that?
If you lived here, yes.
No.
It's a good, you could almost claim you live here. I don't know that you spend, I think there's more hours a day that you spend here than you spend at home. At least during the week.
Sometimes.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm coming for him this week.
No, are you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm. We should get,
First place gets
You-
$5. Second
you should
place
pick
gets
up
100.
Robert on your way to work and take him home then.
Oh,
That's an inside joke, and I'll just leave that as it needs to lie, because it definitely needs to not have been said, but that's okay, especially not by the boss. Heather is our imaginary HR representative that I'm glad doesn't exist, or I'd get my ass in trouble all the time. All the time.
But it wouldn't have been funny if you didn't say it, though.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Most things that are unsaid aren't funny.
Yes.
We are trying to upgrade, brother. We are always upgrading. We can't help but mod. That's kind of what we do. We mod the shop. We mod ourselves. Well, not really. Not too many people in it. Well, I mean, he's got some mods. He's got some tats. But yeah. Justin's looking over his shoulder like, what? You talking about me? What's up? Nice. He adds car seats to his cars. He adds mods. He's part of that 87-second club. I'd actually probably not. Yeah, you got close to 100? That's triple digits, yo. Oh my. Ealing, what kind of Dundon mods does the Winner's Circle Super Lap car have? Almost all of them. So,
it didn't have the plenum on.
it didn't have the plenum before.
Didn't have the laptop sauce.
Yep, doesn't have the Charles Dundon laptop sauce. That they're trying to take care of. Everything else, so they have first gen Aero, which I've been trying desperately to resolve, but it's working for them, so leave it. They have MCS 3-ways. They've
got like third place Aero.
first gen third place. No, it's honestly Gabe is a very underrated driver. I'll say that. He's very, very good. He's very, very good. And he shows the car incredibly well, especially against competition that it should get its ass kicked by.
Yeah.
On paper, it shouldn't even be close. It's naturally aspirated. It's got half the horsepower of some of its other competition. It's got meaningful aero upgrades, but compared to some of the other cars that are running, it's essentially the same, or maybe a little less, because these are time attack cars specifically built for time attack.
Just bolt-ons.
Yeah, this is a street car with the interior stripped out of it, some tires on it, and bolt-ons. This is Ricer mods, literally.
What's the Ricer wing brand? Street mods or something?
Oh,
ABR. I mean, what?
oh, right. Shh. What? Shh. Oh yeah, dude. He ran at Coda. When he ran at Coda, he was running against a buddy of ours running a SF90, which has 1,000 horsepower. It has 1,000 fucking horsepower. Herrick is out there, and it was summarized well. Herrick drives a car as if it was $100, and he has 9 lives.
9 lives for that day alone.
For that day,
Yeah.
yeah. Herrick is literally the epitome of do not give a shit, drive the car like you stole it, and he's a really good driver. I would say he's overly aggressive, but he can find...
He drives how you drive in Gran Turismo.
Yeah, literally. If you grew up driving Gran Turismo, that's how Herrick drives. And Herrick is awesome. He is a great dude. I love being around him. He has an infectious energy. He's super fun to be around. And he can drive the shit out of a car. And he'd be faster if he wouldn't drive as much shit out of the car.
Yeah.
Because literally, Ted can drive the car, pinky up, sipping a cappuccino, and beat Herrick without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
But Ted's a pro. That's why we pay him. Herrick's an amateur. So that's fine.
Wait, we pay Ted?
Yes, we do pay
I
Ted.
thought it was free.
He doesn't he doesn't get to drive the cars for free. He actually is compensated. So we can actually call him a professional driver because he drives for compensation. So he is a professional driver. Ed, let's get back to your question on what we should do with the 991 GT3. So maybe full packages, aero, suspension, and brake upgrade, stage 1, MCS 2-ways uprights, and not stage 3 wing with brake pad. No. Big red line. No. So Lab Rat for 991.1 GT3, the very first version that it will be when it goes on track again is likely our existing power parts. So plenum, maybe a touring airbox if we can find one. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely enamored. It doesn't have to be, but I don't want to go and test something that people can't actually buy from us that way.
I was just gonna say I could always make a 991.2 GT3 airbox
Fit. Yeah, we
But
could
we
we,
would-
can Hackmaster Flash it and get it done. The majority of it should be the suspension parts that we have, the MCS that we have, brake pads that we have, fin speeds that we have. These are classics now.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have those.
We got fin speeds in 19 and some sticky tires. And that way when we have our full aero package and the full super jammy jam for power production, then we can throw those two on there and be like, here you go. 992 GT3 RS lap times and a 991.1 GT3.
You know, someone should make fin speeds and cryptocurrency because Jamie would have a lot of it.
I would, actually. I would. I like
Hey Jamie, I want to buy these parts. I got some fin speeds. Ooh.
Ooh,
take it.
I'll take it. I like fin speeds. I'll trade you some fin speeds. Yeah, fin speed. Yeah, literally, it should be. The giant shark fin. It goes fast. So,
What's baby shark in German? Das little bite.
Das little bite. Das what's little in German? What's little shark?
Das bitten swim or
The
something.
bitten swimming. Swimmer más pequeño. So, wait, that's German. In Mexico.
In German,
Spannermanish.
What is it? What's the what is
You know, if
shark
only there
in
was an app
Spanish?
we could just ask.
It's yeah, if only. Hey Siri, what's little in German?
riveting content.
Ein bisschen.
What is it?
I don't know.
Mine didn't answer. Of course, it sounds very German anyway.
Yeah.
Aye, aye, aye.
Or, shit, please. The shop has a lot of empty space. It had a lot of empty space. Well, I guess it does have a lot of air in it.
I would say just buy more shit, Ed. We make lots of shit. So,
The day I stop making shit is probably a sane asylum.
yeah, that's when he's going. When in
Proper-
Kleiner High, maybe Ealing with the tech. I'm sure.
Larry, yeah, the bumper has to come off. The radiator ducts have to come off. So cleaning your front radiators while doing the splitter install would be too easy.
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of do that stuff naturally.
Yeah.
So
And
Yeah.
Mike's a good guy. Have him get a vacuum cleaner and get the fin straightener out there, meaning the little snap-on screwdriver you get when you're buy a lot of shit from Snap-on.
just don't pull the drill bit out. Save that for the other shop.
The drill bit in your radiator, leave it there. Absolutely. That one, leave it there. So let's see, what else we got? We
Oh.
talked about that one. Where are we sending Ted for a day? Oh yeah, go ahead and do it.
Oh,
Ed with
Oh,
the
we
good question.
what's the first thing you're going to improve? Well, technically, we already did that.
We already did that. It sounds a fuckload better than it did. It makes a lot more power than it did.
Yep.
We're not done with that. Charles is like, I think all these guys need more power because the rest of the car is going to take a minute for us to actually make it better.
Yeah.
The 992 3RS, it is very good. I talked to Mike Kojima, who will be here on Monday, and we're going to film some stuff when he's here. Mike, if you don't know, is I'll use the term the suspension guru. He is not a suspension guru. He is the suspension guru. When you're on Pikes Peak and you built this badass car and you have giant sponsors and you don't know why the car doesn't run right because the driver is like, this car is trying to kill me, you call Mike Kojima, and he actually got called and he was about to go, and then they parked the car because they blew up the engine. Some would say intentionally.
Yeah, that's what it says. Not on the internet, so you can believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mike's the real deal. He's very humble. He doesn't give a shit what you think about him, and that's what makes him awesome to be around, honestly. So Mike's going to be here on Monday. We're going to take a look at the 992 G3 RS. We probably won't have any of the data that he wants to be able to do his Mike Kojima thing, but we will listen and try and get him the data that he needs, potentially, if it's not like weeks and months of doing it. But the car needs more suppleness over high speed bumps. This is what Mike's hearing.
Yep.
This is what we're hearing. This is what we've experienced. And it's not a surprise. This is the same thing that MCS has solved on almost every single car that we put it on, is when you're challenging curbs, when you're trying to get the car to stay stable over something, not bounce off of it as you're hitting a curb, it's going to make a dramatic impact, especially for that car, as how fast it can attack things and how much speed it can
I
carry into
swear-
things.
Justin or Kirk, I think, has a whole stash of pictures actually showing one of the guys going over a curb at Road Atlanta and actually getting the tire contacting and
Like the whole car, like up.
with just even the wheel just off and on the rumble strip.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's one of you guys. I don't remember.
No.
No, on the 992 RS.
992 RS.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Kirk driving it. Or Kirk.
No,
Kirk
Kirk
took the
photographed it.
picture. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be the first thing is MCS. We've already got our suspension alignment parts on the car. We will add the rear parts that are inbound when they arrive to
We
the
don't-
car.
We don't need the rears for the RS.
They're spherical already?
Yeah,
Oh, fucking
the
A.
real shit. Come on.
Okay, real race car. How about that?
But
That's what I'm saying. There's not much to do on this stupid car.
there's a few Secret Squirrel parts at some point that I've kind of talked to you about that we'll do. But
Yeah.
the reason why we'll discuss later.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
The aero stuff, we have to get. This is a business decision, and y'all can blame me for this, and I will take the heat. We like to build parts that we can sell many of, not parts that we can have internet cred from designing. This is a business.
hey mom, look at this exhaust that I welded. It's really pretty.
It's pretty. Actually, had to talk about a customer about that. Guy from Miami. He's like, I really like your exhaust. I really love that you guys have a great, reputation and you build power. and that it stays together and all this stuff, yada yada yada. But some of these other exhausts are way prettier. Oh, and I was like, oh, you mean the pie cut ones that are blue? Yeah, they're really pretty. I was like, oh, okay.
On the shelf.
I was like, they're pretty on the shelf. Put them on the car. They're going to fall off the car, and then you're going to think that not being able to drive your car because it's in the shop is not really that pretty. I was like, if you want wall art, sure, buy that. It's pretty.
I mean, or buy ours for your car and buy ours for the wall.
Yeah, you could buy ours for the wall. I was like, ours turns really pretty colors, and we don't hide anything from you. We don't hide the welds. We don't have to sandblast it. We don't have to polish it. We don't have to do anything to it. Our welds are fucking tits. One of our welders is sitting over here,
You know,
sitting here shaking his head, going, "Yeah,
something
bitches."
Hatham said, and haven't done this, although he hasn't. I don't talk to him that often, once a year.
He wrote recently,
But
but
I
yeah,
told him something that would be, because he was talking about that, the coffee table stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, what if we sold lightly used, meaning like they've been run on the car, a little bit of gold, tie mufflers, a little bit of color.
Yep.
Done. Take it off, sell it to mount on the wall, or put a piece of glass on it. But it's the real deal. It's
Yeah.
not a fake engine that's missing all the guts inside of it or
Right.
something else. Like, you literally could take it and throw it on a car if you wanted.
right.
That's cool. That's an expensive table or, bookends, but he's like,
I
don't
I
care.
feel like sometimes we miss the mark on where the value of our parts are, right?
It's better in the living room than
It's
on your-
better in the living room than it is on the car because you spent $100,000 on a bespoke piece of art on, under glass on the living room, but 20 to put it on a car.
Yeah.
So anyway,
20 grand for the exhaust to go in your car, 50 grand for the exhaust to go in your dining room.
yeah, right. So,
What was Ed? There's something else he said I saw. First thing, elaborate. Here, what else?
did
Oh,
we leave anything on the table? So technically we never did a lap with Ted with a cage and harnesses and a splitter and 19-inch wheels and tires and Goodyear Supercar 3Rs.
And we didn't have all the better alignment parts on the car because we didn't have them made yet.
Correct. We couldn't achieve the alignment that we needed to on the 992 GT3 at that time. So yes, there is still more to get with the 992 GT3 with Ted at the wheel. We were hoping that the taxi would be that, the yellow local car, but that car wouldn't.
No bar, no buckets.
No bar, no buckets, no Ted go fast. No, Ted doesn't feel safe. Ted's holding himself in the car. Ted can't go fast. It's kind of that
Could we
simple.
just shrink wrap him to the seat?
Technically, yes. That'd be a hell of an endeavor. Here's some shrink wrap tape. Don't breathe.
Oh, sorry. We wrapped your arms to your seat.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Tyrannosaurus Rex driving the car.
Yeah.
Rah!
At some point, when Cobb gets all the electronic stuff sorted, we can
Yep.
revisit the center plenum
Yes.
for the car because we know that makes
And some other squirrel stuff
Yeah,
that
and a
it's
few
in
other-
it's in the pipe.
one
The
there.
cool thing is our relationship with Cobb, I would say in the last 9 to 12 months has grown by leaps and bounds,
Yeah.
and how closely we work together and how much we help each other,
Yeah.
which is really cool. Super cool. So very excited with what comes about from that partnership, because I think they find that working with us is advantageous because we do crazy shit.
Justin, I don't know if everybody saw your comment, but that's pretty funny.
Indeed. Looking forward to making the tip blue better than the balls. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Justin, you need to come out to Seattle at some point. I think the boys would enjoy meeting you because you are not the guy that I have in my head who's an ER doctor.
No.
You're not the picture that comes up. Honestly, you're like the color commentary in like WWE is what comes up. So let's see what else we got on the docket that I'm missing. We did what else we got on Instagram? You want to share some stuff? Yeah, just scroll through some stuff on the, just throw it up there. So here is full suspension package. This is 991. See the tension arms on the top. We've got tie rods in there and sway bar end links and upper mounts and shim packs and lower control arms and inner control arms and the whole shazam. So,
And a card that says, "Hey, here's where the instructions are."
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
bonus.
And a card that says it's not a postcard with a pretty picture on. Go to the website and look up the instructions, please. Thank you. So we did this because we knew we could make parts that were more efficacious, better than the others. We've been accused of copying others' designs, but yeah, screw yourself. No, we didn't copy anything. All the parts are made to work together to achieve a goal, and that goal is based on we're reading the comments and trying not to like bust out laughing over here. The goal is based off of what you want to achieve on street or on track. You don't need all of it to get the car dialed in. You need some of it, and we will tell you which some of it you need, and as you progress you'll need a little more, and as you progress you need a little more. It's not buy all of it, get my stage 4 and you'll be really fast. No, you won't have any fucking clue what you're doing when you're first starting this and you get a stage 4.
You should just do the stages in hexadecimal and then just not go past 10, and then people will be confused.
They'll be like, wait, what?
Oh,
How do I don't count. I don't count in sixes.
stage 1E. Wait, what's that?
Exactly. Hey, why is there a letter in my numbers? What the fuck are y'all doing? What else we got over there?
Well, we do have other suspension parts inbound in the next few weeks.
Yes, those will be our pro package.
Yeah. Can we get the Ryan Reynolds,
The full fuck yeah package?
no,
Maximum effort.
what's the movie? Dang it. Van Wilder.
Ah, the Van Wilder
Pro.
package. Yeah. Brought out the velvet drapes. Yeah, totally. We don't have the lights on though. We don't have the red lights going, but we do have the velvet drapes. So we're gonna try and get our Porsche sign up at some point. We haven't done that. So at some point we'll have to reframe the camera. There'll be a Porsche sign up here, not just
Or just lower
picture.
the fake TV, not TV screen.
Yeah, we could bring that down a little bit. Yeah, the picture, the canvas. This is Ted in the 992 GT3 RS at Road Atlanta. Some of you have already seen this. We are trying to repurpose some of our YouTube videos into Instagram Reels and social media and stuff. Some of you, by the way, I had a discussion with the King Metzger, as he's known in Instagram this morning, Andrea Bottini. He is a marketing guru, and he works for a very large petrochemical company, managing all of their marketing and branding out in the world. So he is a branding guy. He has his master's in business, and he's a super smart fella. And so we are working with Andrea to figure out what is Dundon's brand message. We know what our brand message is, but we need to crystallize this in a way such that we can build the rest of our marketing and some of the other things that we do around that. And so he's going to send out a survey potentially to some of y'all to help us out and fill it out and give us your true feelings about what Dundon Motorsports does for you with your car, with your life, with your experiences out in the world. Are we helpful? Are we hurtful? Are we too aggressive? Is Jamie an asshole? Yes, I'm an asshole, but that's okay. What can we do to insulate dipshit shops from Jamie's ire and really calling them stupid all the time? What are these things?
We should figure out what the Girl Scouts do, selling cookies in front of all the stores, and then do a raffle where people have to sign people up and try to sell our parts, and then they get a full lab rat kit, whoever wins.
I like it. It's the we're gonna sign up Porsche Scouts.
Yeah.
Dundon Scouts. The Dundon Scouts all around the nation. So that'll be hilarious.
Or do we just give one free box of Girl Scout cookies with every lab rat order? I mean, that's a deal right there.
That is a deal, right? Especially Thin Mints.
You don't have to worry about buying like 20 boxes.
Yeah, you don't need
unless
20
you got 20
boxes.
cars.
Well, You got 20 friends. Everybody's got 20 friends with GT cars now.
You'd think so.
But they got Instagram friends. So
Ooh, that's all that matters.
absolutely. High quality performance parts to make your GT car more exciting. Exciting. Very hurtful to the wallet. Yes, Trackside Motorsports, it can be. Those Girl Scout cookies have gone up a lot in the last 20 years. They're very expensive now.
You know, there's different stuff on the East Coast.
Is it
They
really?
have better shit over there.
Of course they do.
Like everything we get over here is the same things, and like, oh, you can have the. Oh, we're out of them. I'm sorry. It's like when Canada got the strawberry McFrosty, and they're like, yeah, you don't get
A
it there."
what? Right?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, wait. Well, what?
The way, yeah. So,
A straw? Oh, you're making that up.
hey guys, we're gonna start selling our lab rat kits only in Canada. You can't have them in the U.S. So
Yeah, sorry. Not sorry. Sorry.
sorry.
A. Brian's,
Yeah.
if we could hear Brian's accent, we could actually hear it pronounced correctly. He's Nova Scotian.
So having Brian and Daniel on at the same time would be,
That'd be really fucking confusing.
yes, it would. That would be funny
Because
though.
he's English in Australia, so his accent's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And Brian's Canadian, so wow. We'd have all kinds of weird, all kinds of English-ish accents.
So then you just need someone from Vancouver
And South Africa.
that's like from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yes, and
And South Africa. And then we'd have no fucking clue what
that's not a
anyone's
melting
saying.
pot. That's a melted pot.
Yeah. That's like all of the Queen's gold taken away from her, and now she needs a pot to put
Yep.
more melted stuff in.
Yeah, you gotta put that in a skillet.
All right. I think we're about done riffing over here. I don't have much else to say. We don't have any new parts to share. We got plans to share. We got shit going on. Haven't had any track time. We do have Whiskey Academy sessions 3 and 4 coming shortly. The Whiskey Academy series started with our Arrow drop that went really well, and unfortunately it's taken us quite a while to get another one out. We've had some personnel things and whatnot, but we finally figured out that we had Mr. Kirk Meyer like sitting right in our face that could help us with this, and he has been great to produce the videos in a quickness and understand the craziness that we tell him as far as I want this.
You know what you should have done? You should have bartered and said, hey, for every section you produce, you get a session in the RS.
Yeah, we tried that, and he's like, yeah, I like real American dollars because, you give those sessions away for free
Our
anyway
copy
when I
machine has
show up.
fake ones.
Yeah, true. This is true.
Actually, no, they don't copy them anymore.
They don't no, not anymore.
Stops.
So, probably Monday or Tuesday. We're not sure yet. Are you going to drop that on Thursday? Drop on Friday. So next Friday, watch our YouTube. We'll drop episodes 3 and 4. 3 is an introduction to engine basics. And engine basics at Dundon Motorsports are a little bit more complex than kind of basics. But we'll get there. We're trying to keep it
It's like when someone asked me this
basic-ish.
really simple question the other day, and it was like a 2-hour discussion.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours later, you're like, that's a lot more than what I asked, but I appreciate everything that you laid down.
Yes, that torque spec's 8 foot-pounds. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like the first 5 words.
Episode 4 episode 3 is the introduction for everything we're going
we
to talk
talking
about
Star
on
Wars?
engine basics, right?
Oh, sorry.
It's kind of, we're not going backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards and backwards and forwards, but kind of. We've already done 1. Is it 2 and 3 or 3 and 4? Am I talking about my ass? 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 3. So 2 is intro, everything we're going to talk about. It's like 6-7 minutes, which is crazy. Everything we're going to talk about is 6 or 7 minutes. Fucking A. Episode 3 is rotating assembly. So piston, crankshaft, rods, bearings, a little bit of other shit that we throw in there to give it some context. Details about rings and blah, 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 bunch of shit. That one lasts for 17 minutes. When we filmed this was Charles and I for 3.5 hours. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We had to cut that short.
And this is us cutting it up into... Time muffler does need 3-inch side deletes with valves. No, it cannot. Made up to the stock header.
Wait.
Well,
yes.
yeah.
What's on mouse would work.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yes. No, don't waste your money on doing that because you can't reuse the 3-inch side deletes on your headers that you're going to buy eventually.
Yeah.
So buy the headers.
Well, on a 997, it's a bit quieter than a 991, so, or the GT4.
Yeah.
So,
He's just talking about the money.
well, he said to see wifey's tolerance.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that could be money tolerance or decibel tolerance.
Yeah, I mean, wifey's tolerance with a tie muffler, you're good, brother. You're gonna
street and a tie, you're fine.
tie muffler and loud inserts, you're solid. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that. There'll be no drone. It's legit. It's awesome.
It's always funny explaining. Yes, the loud inserts make it
Quieter.
quieter.
We could technically call them quiet inserts, but they wouldn't sell as well.
Quiet inserts with cider crack.
Yeah. Here's your crack. Here's your quiet.
Yeah.
The valve, it works. You got your quiet, you got your crack. Got you. Sound, you're good, brother. Just get the whole shebang.
Yeah.
She'll love
street,
it.
Tie, loud inserts, you're good.
Yeah, it's 100%
Quiet.
legit. It's where so many of the Instagrammers land, and they're still struggling to try and get there. Vin Inatra will write often and be like, "You got that used tie muffler? I had one." He still wouldn't pull the trigger.
We're just gonna wait till we say, hey, our price went up 25% on everything,
Yeah.
including your price.
Yep. Harumph.
Perp.
But you know, when you're a big YouTube guy and you got people throwing things at you for free, it's hard to spend your own money on it. I get it. So
We'll spend YouTube's money then.
spend YouTube's money. Exactly. He gets money for free from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So
Oh well, someday.
side deletes are mated to the cats. Our headers are not the same shape or length as the stock headers.
Yeah. I don't make stuff modular, so
No.
you can't just buy the tie muffler, the side deletes, and then buy the headers later. You're gonna buy everything up to the muffler later.
Correct. We do that so that it makes power and does it the way we want it to, not the way that is the most efficacious to sell a whole lot of them out into the world.
And that's not much louder than a center delete option. It
Correct.
just sounds better.
It sounds a lot better, clearer,
But
crisper,
yeah,
nicer.
Because that's Justin. That's what we have on Lab Mouse right now. Is 3-inch
Yeah.
side deletes and a tie muffler.
Yeah.
And it is like stock plus
Like 20%,
yeah,
maybe.
It's just
It's not.
with the valves
it's
closed,
missing
it's
a
like
lot.
Stock. It's very
Yeah, missing a lot.
It's emotionless at that point. It doesn't
Yeah.
have the what you're thinking of.
Well, you're also an ER doc. You kind of live with shit and poop and vomit and blood and all this broken, mangled fingers. Thank you for that image on July 4th. That was awesome. All the x-rays of people's hands that were closed around the firecracker they're trying to throw.
Well, because every 17-year-old boy can hold their fist around the fire.
Brah, yeah, because, you know, pressure differential. Doesn't work out.
Well, it doesn't exist for them, so
Yeah.
it doesn't apply.
Doesn't apply.
I failed that class. Physics don't matter.
Physics doesn't apply to me because I don't understand it. Good luck with that.
So there's no reason to do it in parts. No.
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
you can buy it one piece at a time if you really wanted, but
Yeah, you're going to spend less money if you buy it all together and do it once than if you buy it in pieces to work with the existing headers and then buy this
you could
and
just
buy
always
that.
do a crack pipe first and then go backwards.
Yeah, your wife would thank you. If you did a crack pipe first, she'd be like, "Oh my God, this car's horrendous. It's so drony.
Bro.
Oh, I love this exhaust now. This is great.
Yeah.
Whatever you did, it's fantastic."
Yeah, now it's great. Yeah. there we
Yeah,
go.
you could just disable the valves in the car. Kind of close.
No valve controller though. No valve controller.
Yeah, no valve. I already warned somebody, if you put a valve controller on the car, we're going to void your exhaust warranty. Because
Yeah.
when somebody's a dipshit and forgets to actually open the valves when they go full throttle and they blow up the muffler,
More on track.
yeah. No soup for you. All right, y'all. I think we're about done. It's time to go get some vittles from the restaurant. Anybody got any last second questions for us?
2 days. What took you so long?
Right?
Then get the other stuff.
All right.
3, 2, 1. No.
3, 2, 1. We out. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. We'll have some more stuff for you next week. We'll go over Whiskey Friday Academy episodes 2 and 3 so that you guys can get learnt as it is. We'll probably have some snippets from Mike Kojima while he's here. He likes to speak his mind, which is always fun. And we'll see you guys next week.